Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Austin here, and today I'm bringing you guys a custom minifigure showcase video on my 3 custom clone trooper figures from Star Wars Rebels. And here we got Commander Wolffe, Captain Rex, and Clone Commando Gregor, and they all have weapons from Clone Army Customs. And so yeah, these 3 will be appearing sometime this fall in Season 2 of the Clone Wars. So yeah, I'm really pumped up for that. And I actually don't know if it's in the fall, but they'll be premiering sometime during Season 2 of Star Wars Rebels, so you can look forward to that. I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys in the show, and yeah, so 90% of this is actually painted by me. Like, I got like the standard like Lego prints on it, but there's no decals or anything on these. It's all paint, and just like the normal print from Lego, like the torsos. That's what they started out as. So yeah, that's that, and let's jump on into the showcase video. Okay, so here we have Commander Wolffe, and I've got to say, I think he might be my favorite out of the 3. Like, character-wise, Rex is my favorite, but for like what I've had to do here, I think he might be my favorite. I'm not positive though. It's definitely between him and Rex though, because Gregor has a very simple design. So basically, what I did is for the legs, I took Commander Gree legs, and I shaved them down a bit, and I painted the black onto them, so they actually are fully posable. They don't chip. And I'll take the rifle out of his hand. So this is the standard clone trooper rifle. Sorry, I still don't remember the names of them. I feel like this is a DC-15 though. So, I'm not positive though. So, apologies for that. But yeah, anyways, other than that, he just has black arms, which I painted wrist gauntlets onto them on each side. And then you can see the comm link on there. And then I did my best to do the Wolffe Pack insignia, but I didn't want to do it too well because they've had this armor for what, 15 years, I think? Plus, they've had this armor for like 17 years, so they'd obviously be a little damaged. So yeah, and then on the sides of the legs, you can actually see that I did the black all the way around. I just didn't want to do it in the back, because then I have to shave that down, otherwise it would just chip. So yeah, that's that. And for the torso, like I used on all these figures, standard clone trooper torso with the switched around back piece. And so basically somewhat same design for Rex, except he has the Wolffe Pack dark gray up there. And then on the back, Wolffe Pack dark gray once again, and then just the same kind of back design as Rex. So yeah, and then it also has the black area covered in there. So yeah, and then for the head, I use like the Bruce Wayne, just whatever, like Loki, Bruce Wayne, and Yellow Jacket head. And there's a few others that have worn it before. But yeah, I just decided to use that head because I didn't want to use clone trooper heads, because then it wouldn't have fit in with all the other Rebels figures. Because they just, like the Rebels figures just have the normal eyes. Whereas the Rebels figures, if I can quickly find one, yeah, here we go. Got an Anakin Skywalker head here. They got the animated eyes. So yeah, I want to use clone trooper heads because they have the animated eyes and everything. And I could have repainted over the eyes, but they're a lot wider, so it looked a lot weird. And so ultimately what I decided to do was use 3 heads that looked similar, because actually if you watch the Season 2 trailer, they don't look that much alike anymore. Like, they still do, like you can tell that they're clones, but to a certain extent they don't look that much alike. So I still wanted to use heads that are similar to each other, but yeah, and like Rex is kind of grunting in the trailer, so I gave him this face. Then Wolffe's got a really stern look on his face in all the shots in the trailer, so I gave him this one, and then I painted in his metallic eye, and I did the scar on his face. And then I gave him his beard and hair all the way around, which is fully painted on. Yeah. So that's it for Commander Wolffe, and now we'll move on to the final figure. Okay, and here is Clone Commando Gregor. At least I'm pretty sure it's Gregor. I'm 99% sure it's Gregor. So what I actually did is I ended up just giving him a decent, just the commando rifle. I forget the names for all the Star Wars guns. Like at least all the Clone Trooper ones, because I know like Han Solo has the DL-44, and then what's the other one called? The E-55 carbine or something the Stormtroopers have. I really need to try and figure that out again. But yeah, I have some of it, so. Anyways, not really important to the showcase. But, yeah. So, it's like all the other guns, gave it the metallic kind of look there. So, yeah. And then, what I did for, Gregor here is, I used the same torso. Well, actually, for Gregor, I used the Commander Gree torso, but you can't really tell. It doesn't really make a difference. So what I ended up doing was painting the entire top half of it white on both sides, and then added some weathering effects, and then added his like exposed skin up there, and that's on the back side too. So yeah, and then you can still see his belt is there. So, yeah, the emblem is something I'm not super happy with, because it would have been really hard to do, because, like, it starts with, like, an orangey color on this side, and it goes into a yellow, and I really couldn't figure out how to, like, blend that well without having to mix a bunch of paints and making it even thicker than it already is on there, so my apologies for that. And then, he has his inhibitor chip cut too, just like all the figures. They all have the inhibitor chip cut, sorry. And then he's got one wrist guard, and yeah, so it has like his kind of yellowish color on it, but it's a little faded. And then he's just got some dark tan legs with the standard Clone Trooper boots on them. So yeah, pretty simple figure. And then I've used a head from a Hobbit figure. It was one of the dwarves. It was the one that came in the Attack of the Warg set, not Thorin, the other guy with like the weird hairpiece. So yeah, that's that for him, Gregor. So throws gun back on him, and then yeah. So now we'll go on and conclude this showcase video. Okay, so here we have Captain Rex, and this is him obviously in his Rebels outfit, because that's what the showcase is. So yeah, so basically what I did is, for all of these Clone Troopers, I started with this base torso, because I had quite a few of these just left over. So like they didn't have helmets and stuff, so I was like, okay, I might as well use them. So yeah, so I painted onto it with all this black, because they actually have parts of the armor removed now. So I had to make it accurate now, obviously, because that's what I was doing. So so yeah, then I added a significant amount of battle damage on both sides, and yeah, it's pretty simple actually. So yeah, you can just see that, and then on the back I actually had to repaint that section there. So you can see they're different, because on the Phase 2 outfits they're actually different. So yeah, and then for the arms, what I did is I just took some standard flesh arms, and I painted them with the black on. I painted the black onto them first, and then I painted the white on, and then I painted the blue markings on them for this summer. Then after I painted the comlink on, and then did all the dry brushing details onto them. Yeah, and then the other arm is basically the same too. See, I actually am really proud of how these shoulder pads came out, because other than that, like before, what I would do for shoulder pads was just this. Just paint like the whole top section, and it didn't really look that nice, so I'm glad I did this, because I'll definitely be doing this from my episode 7 Stormtroopers. Like, not this exact design, but the same concept. So, yeah. And then, he's, wielding a pair of Clone Army Customs, I forget the name. I feel like they're DC-17s. I'm probably super wrong on that, but, because they're either DC-17s or DC-15s, but I feel like DC-15s are, like, the standard rifle, like the blasters. So, yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, these are just the standard, Clone Trooper pistols, and then I don't know if you can tell, but, for all of these weapons in this showcase video, I gave them a metallic hint, like a dry brush of metallic, so it makes them look more detailed. And I think it turned out great if you can see it. If you can't, sorry about that. But you could probably actually see it a bit better on the picture I'll be posting on Flickr. So yeah, and then for the head, I decided to go with the Jango Fett head because it was like the Jango / Boba Fett head, and it was probably the most accurate choice I could have chosen. So like I decided to paint the beard on and everything, and then I even did the little cut there where they get their inhibitor chips removed. I believe that's what they're called. I haven't watched Season 5 of the Clone Wars since it came out, so I actually really need to rewatch it sometime. But I believe that's what they're called, inhibitor chips or something. I forget, but they're the chips that make them take direct orders. So yeah, yeah, that's basically it for Rex. Just give you one last 360 of them. Oh jeez, I completely forgot to mention the legs. The legs are just really simple, light gray legs with a bit of detail there, white boots, and then just a tan wrapping around, like around the lower half of the leg, and it goes all the way around. So yeah, pretty simple, and that's it for Captain Rex, and now we'll go on to the next figure. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my showcase video on my 3 custom Clone Troopers, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like below, and yeah, so and leave a comment if you like the figures, if you're gonna make your own. Yeah, just thank you guys all for watching. My next video is probably going to be on either my Arkham Knight figures. Actually, no, my next video is definitely going to be on my custom T-800 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So, yeah, that'll be out around Wednesday. That's what I'm shooting for. And then after that, you guys will see some of my Arkham figures. I got 4 planned, but 2 will be coming out sometime soon, and then 2 later. And the 2 coming out soon are Two-Face and the Arkham Knight. And later, it's Red Hood and Scarecrow. So you guys can look forward to those. So yeah, like I just said, thank you all for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.